What's going on, guys? BladeZilla here, and today we're looking at these bad boys. A little bit of a departure from our normal folding flippers and whatnots, but we've got a fixed blade from BMKT out of Saskatchewan, which is a province over from me here in Alberta. And just posted a bunch of these up on the site, and wanted to do a quick video on them for the day. So we're going to bust into that. As a reminder, check out the website bladezilla.ca, where I literally just finished posting these, and you can see them there. But I got a stack of each, and another one here to go through, and a G10 one, which sold immediately. Anyway, a little sampler from these guys, but customer of mine that has been chatting with me for quite a while now, and wanted me to take a look at some of these, and hopefully sell some of them, because I think they're pretty sweet. And if you know me, I'm not a big fixed blade guy, but I think that might change. So, coming with the knife, obviously some stickers, certificate of authenticity, Field Spec 2024. I guess I should show that COA, just so we know what we're talking about without all the reflections from the bag. But as you can see, it's Magnacut. This particular one is a drop point in titanium, and as you can see, a number of different options from the canvas micarta, black, natural canvas, and brass. Brass is one that, I'll say this, I looked at the BMKT site afterwards, and I go, oh my god, brass looks absolutely killer. So pretty cool, and then some stickers, and an accessory for the Kydex sheath. But let's take a look at this guy. First of all, how sick is this? You know, you talk to some guys that have gotten into the flipper folder game, and they somehow end up at the sorry, I'm losing my mind here. They end up a lot of the time at a fixed blade EDC, something like this, with a 3-inch blade, 3.1 I think, just because they're so practical as users, and they're pretty sick. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. I've got a couple others pulled out here just because I just took some pictures, so we can kind of compare the drop point, the sheep foot, as well as the, I think it's called Tanto Bowie, or Bowie Tanto, I can't recall. But not a whole lot to flip open and flip close, but pretty sick little knife. I guess let's start with the three that I have here. So there we go, that's the drop point. There we have the Bowie Tanto, and then the sheep's foot. All, I believe, the same size, although the angle of the camera, so if I move this up here, it might change the appearance just a little bit. So there we go. We've got all three now on the screen. And as you can see, it's the same handle, obviously, which looks good. Titanium, it's got a stone wash on it, and I believe it's a dark stone wash, which looks good. Some Torx screws in there as well, which is nice and solid. Big pieces of titanium that slab around the one-piece Magnacut. As we can see on the bottom here, we have Magnacut, which is pretty cool. And you know, Magnacut's pretty early on in its life cycle right now, and some people really, really love it. Other people are still kind of figuring out the heat treat. I really dig how BMKT, right out of the gate, they put their heat treat on their website, you know, 62 to 64, which is kind of the sweet spot, is my understanding right now on Magnacut, which is super, super sick. So they are obviously, you know, making that point across. In terms of fit in hand, we've got some nice jimping up top with nice three. I might have to get rid of these other ones in the background. It really likes to focus on that. So I'm going to move these, and then we'll be back. You know, this is cash. Let's keep it cash here. Grab a coffee. If it's your first time on the channel, it's don't take it too seriously. So, you know, fit in hand, real nice. It's pretty standard. You've got two fingers that kind of slip down in front here, which is nice. Your thumb kind of sits into that 3-hold jimp, which is nice. Nice angled top, flat across the top as well, so it's super usable, which I like, obviously, on a drop point. And then it's a flat ground, which is beautiful. BMKT Field Spec 2024 written on the side. Do we have anything on the other side? I don't believe so. These are users. You know, they're going to get whatever's written on there probably pulled off at some point. Really even grind. Really even grind all around. And I'll say this. the owner of the company, I've sold a couple Shiros his way. He's got a good eye for grinds. And if you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's on top of this stuff, so I would expect nothing less than perfection when it comes to the grind itself. We've got a nice lanyard hole on the top, which is cool as well. I should say not on the top, but on the handle. Super practical, and just, you know, back to my comment earlier about the brass one, I go, you know, that thing would look so sick with some real nice kind of lanyard, you know, like a thick piece of leather on there or some beads. Like, just looks so good. You know, you don't see a lot of brass, so when I was picking these ones out, I was like, oh, you know what, drop point titanium, like, you can't go wrong. It's everyone's kind of meat and potatoes, but I'll say this. It's been a while since I've had a sheep's foot in here, and man, this is a killer, like, super usable blade. Once again, same thing, 2024, Field Spec Magnacut on the bottom. They all have that, which is awesome. Torx, same jimping. A little bit of a bend in the top of the blade though, if it wants to focus. Let's show that. So you can, when you kind of choke up on this one, it definitely has a little more holding power on it versus the drop point. And I don't know if that's something that that went out of the way. Camera's freaking out. A little bit more of a spot to kind of do some finer slicing, but that's cool. It's been a while since I've had anything really with the sheep's foot on it. Nice angle on the top there as well, but I really dig that. And then I'm going to grab that Bowie one more time and take a look. Let's see what this guy looks like. You know, the Bowie might be actually really popular because to me this one is more of a, it's almost like I wouldn't say it's a true Tanto, but I get it, right? You've got that tip on the front, but it's not flat. It's a bit rounded, but still super slicey. I dig that. I think there's a case for all three. These are really thought out well, blade grinds on these ones. I do dig the nose on this. Kind of gives me that. I had a knife recently. What was that one? The Rhino. I can't even remember. I called it the Rhino, but it kind of gives me the vibes of that grind on it. Super cool. And then what else do we got? Same kind of fit in hand. I just dig how your two fingers naturally fall in here nicely. It's all rounded around the edges as well, which makes using it with gloves or fingers just super nice and easy. Nothing too crazy. And then that Magnacut logo on the bottom, once again, which you can't complain about. Super cool. Now the sheath itself, let's take a look at that. It shouldn't be anything too crazy, but there you go. For there, you know, people always ask to see these on a fixed blade knife, but pretty practical. It does have that clip accessory that comes with it, so you can kind of mount it on and easy, quick release it on there if you want. But adjustable for height, which is always cool. You can mount it to your belt, and then that's about it. Really, nothing too spectacular on this guy. Oh, you can kind of even move it over as well. Probably to change it for your left and right, I imagine. Depending, maybe. Don't know. And then it fits right in there beautifully well. Let's grab the drop point because that's what was in here. Clip. There we go. Pretty sweet. You know, fixed blades for me are something that, you know, compared to like high-end folders, people don't really, you know, when you're buying a fixed blade, you tend to use them, and you tend to use them real hard. So simplicity and reliability and durability are all things that I would be looking for in a fixed blade. And, you know, I don't know if you guys have heard the term KISS, keep it simple, stupid. I think that's, you know, the name of the game when it comes to fixies, because, you know, we've shown on this channel in the past everything from, you know, $500 folders up to, geez, $15,000 custom folders, and, you know, nothing simpler than a fixie. So pretty cool, like, you know, something to throw on the hip, throw on the, go fishing, go hunting, You know, 3-inch blade, I will actually measure this because I haven't done that yet. A 3-inch blade is a good EDC size as well, because you want it a little smaller on the fixies. I think official literature said 3.1, but yeah, 3, yeah, exactly 3.1 to the end of the grind. Handle-wise, 4 inches. Overall length, 7 1/4, 7 3/8, depending on how squinting my eyes are. And I'll get a weight on this as well. And I'll weigh it with the sheath and without, just because why not? Why not? Any guesses? Like 3-ish? 3.2? 3.2, just the knife, and then we'll grab the sheath here. Put it on. It's probably another ounce. 4.9. Yeah, pretty reasonable, honestly. Super reasonable. If I'm going, you know, hiking or biking or something, that'd be absolutely perfect to carry. It's not too big. You know, I think that once you kind of go past that 3-inch blade and you kind of go into the hunting territory or skinning territory, you know, the knife requirement kind of changes, or the grind changes. But you know, this isn't a knife you use for bushwhacking and, you know, going down to the jungle and bushwhacking through it. It's like, no, this is an actual tool, and it's priced accordingly really, really well for a Magnacut. Honestly, with the case, $300 Canadian, right around there, give or take $10 or something. Really, really beautiful knife. I'd like to expand on this, to be honest, and get in a couple other variations, a couple more G10s, and that brass one has me really excited as well. But you know, cool start, first fixed blade knife on the channel, and figured I would do it in style with some options from a province over in Saskatchewan, Canada, and you know, support local, obviously, with a well-made knife from another guy who's really into EDCing and knives and knife making, and he knows a lot about what he's doing, and it shows in the product, big time. I think there's incredible value here compared to some of the other options out there. But there you go. That's the BMKT Field Spec 2024 Explorer in drop point and sheep's foot and Bowie Tanto. There you go. There's your 3 beautiful options. And any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share. Visit the site, BladeZilla.ca. Hopefully this video, I'll try to pull this one ahead and put it up sooner than later to accompany it. But yeah, check them out. Take a look at the photos. And, you know, hopefully you guys like them. All right. Have yourselves a great week. And we'll see you later. Peace.